Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the edge of a meadow, lived a young rabbit named Billy. Billy had soft brown fur, long floppy ears, and a very curious mind. Every night before bed, he would sit by his window and watch the moon rise into the sky. One evening, as the stars began to twinkle, Billy noticed something unusual. A silver beam of moonlight stretched all the way from the sky down into his garden. Hmm, said Billy. I've never seen a moonbeam quite like that before. He slipped on his tiny blue slippers and hopped outside. The moonbeam shimmered like a glowing path. At the bottom of it sat a tiny little silver envelope. For me? Billy whispered. He carefully opened it. Inside was a note written in sparkly letters. Dear Billy, the moon is collecting happy bedtime thoughts tonight. Could you help? Love, Luna the Moonkeeper. Billy's eyes grew wide. A special mission, he said. He tucked the note into his pocket and followed the moonbeam across the meadow. Soon he reached a sleepy squirrel named Hazel, curled up in her tree. What happy thought would you send to the moon? Billy asked. Hazel yawned and smiled. My happiest thought is finding acorns with my family in autumn. Billy nodded and imagined the golden leaves swirling around them. A tiny silver star floated out of Hazel's tree and landed in Billy's pocket. One happy thought collected, he said. Next, he followed the moonbeam to a pond where a little frog named Pip sat on a lily pad. What happy thought would you send to the moon? Billy asked. Pip thought for a moment. My happiest thought is singing with all of my friends after a warm rain. Another tiny silver star appeared and drifted into Billy's pocket. Two happy thoughts collected. The moonbeam led him farther into the meadow. There he found a young fox named Rosie, curled beneath a bush. What happy thought would you send to the moon? Billy asked. Rosie smiled sleepily. My happiest thought is when my grandmother tells me stories by the fire. A third silver star floated gently into Billy's pocket. Now the pocket sparkled so brightly that it looked like a little night sky. Billy followed the moonbeam all the way to the top of a grassy hill. Waiting there was Luna the Moonkeeper. She wore a silver cloak that shimmered like starlight. Welcome, Billy, she said kindly. Did you collect the happy thoughts? I did, replied Billy. He emptied his pocket. The three silver stars floated into the air. Hazel's autumn acorns, Pip's rainy day songs, Rosie's fireside stories. The stars twinkled brighter and brighter until they drifted upward toward the moon. Luna smiled. Every night, she explained, the moon gathers happy thoughts and sprinkles them across the world. They become peaceful dreams. Billy watched as the stars disappeared into the sky. Then Luna asked, "And what is your happiest thought, Billy?" Billy thought carefully. He thought about sunny days and carrot cake. He thought about adventures in the meadow. But finally he smiled. "My happiest thought is coming home after a long day and knowing I am loved." Luna's eyes sparkled. "That's a beautiful thought, Billy." A fourth silver star appeared, brighter than all of the others. It floated up to join the moon. At once, the night sky glowed a little warmer. "Thank you, Billy," said Luna. The moonbeam gently carried him back across the meadow, past the pond, past the trees, and all the way home. He climbed into bed just as the moon settled high above his window. As Billy closed his eyes, he imagined happy thoughts drifting across the world like tiny silver stars. And somewhere above the clouds, the moonkeeper smiled. Soon, Billy was fast asleep, dreaming peaceful dreams beneath the glowing moon. The end.